Here goes the million.
Hi, I'm Rok Kroflič from mixanalog.com and I'm visiting RSL studio today. It's the first high-profile studio that is making use of our technology. Let's go inside. I'm sitting here in RSL studio with Matej Gobec, one of the most well-known Slovenian audio engineers. Matej, why don't you tell us something about yourself and the RSL studio?
Well, I'm coming from a live engineering environment. I started with mixing concerts. Before that, I was, of course, playing in bands. But that was quite early. When I was 14 years old, I already mixed my first concert. And then on, I toured with many different artists from United States, Europe. I work with Fishbone, Dub Trio. Now I'm stationed with Laibach, which is the biggest brand ever exported from Slovenia. Later on, I was really interested in recording, so I slide into production and studio environment. I was having my first studio in my parents' house, and I was kicking them out for recording drums and doing records. This whole experience went into the situation where I was basically kicking my parents out of the living room for 14 days to 3 weeks. And then I started searching for another place with my friend Matej Gobec, who is also working here in the studio. Free recording studios, SSL, mastering room, proper recording environment. First of all, the technology that Distopik developed, it's amazing. I mean, this is probably one of the best features in modern analog recording that I hope will come worldwide used. Not only the online mastering service that you have, but the technology that is capable of storing the settings and automation of analog gear. My four machines that I constantly use are probably Shadow Hills, H-Box, Black Box that you see here in the rack, Thermionic Culture, compressor, DBX 166, and of course the Distopik Mastering EQ. That would be my main chain that I would use basically all the recordings that I do. Well, the Distopik Mastering EQ with digital control is really nice. I really like that it has 5 bands. Also the MS is a nice feature, although I don't use much of MS on analog processing. When I use it for recording, I would mostly use the pots. While I'm mastering, I'm using the plugin for setting up because of the sweet spot. I like the way it's transparent. It's probably one of the most transparent EQs that I ever worked with. It is probably one of the most sophisticated machines that was built till now. Yeah. I would say that I do really slight changes, slight details. I really like the high shelvings on the EQ, and also sometimes I use it as automation in the song. So I would say in this part cut out the high shelving, and then when the chorus came, just put it back in. So this is something you cannot really do with other analog equipment available on the market. Plus storing the data, it really helps the process go faster with bunch of projects that you are actually working on at the same time.
Before using this EQ, did you do it by hand in real time? Before being able to automate
I was using plugins. I still think that plugins are good for some things, but you cannot really compare high spectrum in analog or in digital. It's different. It's way different.
And what do you like about the black box?
Well, the black box is it's a unique machine that it's completely differently designed than any other. So I use it as a coloring situation, and it really works well with the Distopik because the Distopik EQ is very transparent, and this one is a little bit harsh. So then I combine it sometimes in parallel. And do the coloring with that. So that's really nice. That works together for me. Every time when I have clients here, when I explain somebody what this EQ is capable of doing, they all kind of look, you know, they don't believe that it's really doing this, because it's hard to understand how you have digital control over analog equipment without using motors.
It hasn't been done many times before, right?
Yeah.
Did you had a chance to try the better maker, limiter maybe?
No, but I heard it's. I heard the samples, and it's really nice limiter. It's way different when you limit stuff out of the box or in the computer. I'm not saying that plugins are always bad, but they are different. I mean, for the people who came from analog, they know that the workflow is way different in analog than in digital, and that's really a shame for the new generations, that they never really have the chance to work with different aspects of analog and digital and combine it. They all use now, the kids, they all use plugins, you know, they don't know how the real stuff sounds and what is the difference.